A dry leaf cracks under a heavy scale. The desert sun beats down without mercy. A diamond pattern blends into the baked sand. Death drops from the blinding white sky. Yellow talons lock around a thick throat. Bone shatters before the mind registers pain. The struggle ends before it even begins. This is not a fair fight. It is a biological execution. The earth here offers no forgiveness. Vast stretches of yellow grass ripple in the wind. Heat waves distort the distant horizon. Trees stand like dry skeletons against the blue. The air is thin and burns the lungs. Silence dominates the scrubland. It is a heavy and oppressive quiet. Only the sound of dust shifting in the breeze. Survival in this wasteland requires absolute perfection. One mistake brings a swift and permanent end. Shadows are a rare commodity. Nothing moves without a calculated reason. Water is a distant memory. Energy must be conserved for the kill. When a shadow finally sweeps across the dirt, it usually means someone is about to die. High above the thermal currents, a predator rides the invisible wind. The martial eagle commands the sky, a master of the high-altitude dive, vision 8 times sharper than human eyes, able to spot a subtle ripple in the grass. From over 2 miles away, the aerodynamic frame is built for silent speed. Wide wings catch the rising hot air, conserving energy for the perfect moment. The true weapon lies at the end of yellow legs. Talons that grip with terrifying force. 400 pounds per square inch of pressure. Enough to pierce thick reptilian hide. Enough to snap a spine in a fraction of a second. Down below in the suffocating heat, a different kind of assassin waits. Slithering through the cracked earth. Cold blood masks its thermal presence completely. The serpent relies on invisibility. Camouflage hides it from the unforgiving world. It tastes the air with a forked tongue, gathering chemical signatures of passing prey. Venom is its ultimate biological weapon, a complex cocktail designed to melt tissue, to shut down a beating heart within minutes. A reaction time measured in mere milliseconds, faster than a mammalian blink. The sky is about to clash with the earth. Feathers will test their strength against scales. Gravity will challenge pure venom. A puff adder lies perfectly motionless, thick and heavy among the shattered rocks. Mottled brown scales blend seamlessly with the dirt. It waits patiently for a careless rodent. It does not bother to look up. A brown snake eagle spots the geometric pattern. The bird folds its massive wings tight. It becomes a falling stone of muscle and bone. Wind rushes past gray aerodynamic feathers. The speed steadily increases. 100 miles per hour. The snake senses a sudden change in air pressure. It coils its thick body to strike. Too late. Yellow talons hit the broad flat head, pinning the venomous jaws shut instantly. The snake thrashes with violent desperation. Thick muscle wraps tightly around avian legs. Rough scales scrape against hard skin. The eagle relies on armored scales of its own. Its lower legs are naturally protected, impervious to the desperate blunt strikes. A sharp, curved beak tears through thick flesh. The heavy thrashing slowly stops. The king of the ground is consumed. A simple and brutal victory. The wind sweeps the dust away. The sun begins to lower slightly, painting the dry earth in shades of deep orange. A temporary peace settles over the land. Small birds resume their singing. But the scrubland holds far deadlier combatants, where simple brute force is never enough. A Cape Cobra hunts near a towering termite mound. Golden scales gleam beautifully in the dying light. Neurotoxin drips slightly from short, sharp fangs. One single drop can drop a heavy antelope. A dark shadow sweeps over the red mound. The cobra instantly rears up from the dirt. It spreads a wide and threatening hood, a warning painted in shimmering gold. The eagle circles low and tight. It lands gracefully just a few feet away. The battlefield is suddenly leveled. The bird flares its wings out wide, creating a confusing and massive wall of feathers. The snake tracks the subtle movements. Hissing loudly into the dry evening air, it strikes forward like a released spring, a blur of golden deadly motion. The eagle hops back lightly, a calculated and ancient dance of death. The cobra strikes again with more fury. Fangs catch only a primary flight feather. Venom sprays harmlessly into the empty air. The eagle sees a split-second opening, a lightning-fast kick to the side. Talons rake deeply across the golden hood. The snake recoils in obvious pain. It tries to flee backward into the dark mound. The eagle pounces with overwhelming force. One strong foot pins the writhing tail. The other reaches carefully for the dangerous neck. The cobra twists its body rapidly. Jaws snap inches from the dark eagle eye. The bird leans back just in the nick of time. It stomps down hard with its free foot, crushing the fragile skull against baked clay. The golden warrior goes completely limp. The sky claims another hard-fought round, but the margin of error grows constantly narrower. Night falls and brings a freezing cold. The predators sleep under a blanket of stars. Morning breaks with a harsh white light. The cycle of violence resets. Deep in the dense thorny brush, a black mamba moves with fluid and silent grace. 14 feet of pure untamed aggression. The absolute fastest snake on the entire continent. Gliding over rocks at 12 miles per hour, its venom represents absolute and certain death. A single bite guarantees nothing but the end. A crowned eagle spots the moving gray ribbon. The massive bird is intensely hungry. The mamba is restless and highly agitated. The eagle attacks from a steep, difficult angle, aiming directly for the center of the spine. But the mamba is not a regular, easy target. It feels the subtle vibration of the aerial dive. It stops instantly in its tracks. The eagle misses its mark by a tiny fraction. Sharp talons merely graze the long tail. The heavy bird crashes violently into the dust. It recovers its footing incredibly quickly, but the dark mamba has already turned around. The pitch-black mouth is wide open, a terrifying display of lethal intent. The snake rises high up from the earth, lifting a full third of its body off the ground, standing nearly eye to eye with the avian predator. The eagle spreads its wings to look larger. The mamba simply does not care. It lunges forward with explosive, unimaginable speed. The bird flaps frantically to gain altitude. Deadly fangs slice through the hot air, missing a vulnerable leg by a single millimeter. The eagle lands heavily on a low, dead branch, looking down intensely at the angry serpent. The mamba absolutely refuses to retreat. It strikes upward at the dry branch, challenging the undisputed ruler of the skies. The eagle drops down once again, leading fiercely with wide-open claws. The snake weaves sideways like a seasoned boxer, dodging the deadly crushing grip. It counters instantly with a high, rapid bite, striking the thick, dense feathers of the chest. The eagle stumbles backward into the dirt. Did the needle fangs reach the warm skin? The bird violently shakes its ruffled plumage. The dense feathers acted as a perfect shield, a miraculous and lucky escape from death. The eagle quickly regains its solid balance. It launches a renewed and desperate assault, a rapid flurry of sharp kicks and bites. The long mamba slowly begins to tire. Its heavy strikes lose their razor edge. The eagle finds the single perfect moment. Talons close tightly around the dark gray neck. The grip is absolute and uncompromising. The snake writhes in a desperate, blind fury. wrapping its long, muscular body around the bird, squeezing tight to break hollow bones. The eagle absolutely refuses to let go. The curved beak delivers a fatal heavy strike, right to the top of the flat head. The black mamba slowly falls still. The eagle breathes heavily in the hot air. Feathers are deeply ruffled and covered in dust. A tired victor standing in the dirt. The war between the sky and the soil continues. Played out in total silence every single day, statistics firmly favor the feathered hunters. 9 out of 10 violent encounters. The eagle eats a warm meal. The snake dies in the dust. But dry numbers mean nothing in the wild. Survival is a brutal single coin toss. The eagle must win every single time it hunts. The snake only needs to land one lucky strike. A dead snake eventually feeds a hungry nest. A dead eagle slowly feeds the dry earth. High up on a jagged rocky cliff, an eagle carefully preens its dusty wing. A tiny unnoticed scratch marks its left leg. The potent venom slowly begins to work. The proud bird closes its dark eyes. Total silence reclaims the African sky.